What's something you always assumed was normal until you were told otherwise? Up until I was 18, I followed my mom around the store like a baby duck. It had never occurred to me that I was free to wander by myself or look at the things I wanted. I would just walk right behind her and stay at her side. For the 10 or so years before my sister and I were born, my parents kept horses. Now, for those that don't know, when horses see something they like, usually delicious food, they make a whickering noise that sounds like ha-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. My parents thought this was hilarious and would do it ironically when they saw food that looked really good, as a joke. Now, when my sister and I were born, that backstory was never explained to us. We just learned that when you see something delicious, you make a low chuckle that sounds like ha-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And that's the story of how my mother accidentally conditioned us to whicker like a horse. Definitely maladaptive daydreaming. I'd assumed that everyone else also had a very active fantastical world going on in their heads too, and it was only after I asked my mom what did she think about when listening to music and she said, the lyrics, or something like that, that I'd realized I was probably different. I thought everyone was just exaggerating in movies when it came to hearing their inner voice, or daydreaming / having a flashback and actually seeing images. I thought, surely this isn't real, they're only doing this for context, that obviously doesn't happen in real life. Well, flash forward to this year where I learned that not only do some people actually hear themselves when they think, but some people can actually see real images when they imagine something. My thoughts are and have always been silent and invisible. I can't believe there's people out there that can just hear and see shit just by thinking it. My little sister can see and hear her thoughts, and the discussions we have about it are mind-blowing. For over 30 years I tied my shoelaces in such a way that they would come undone all the time, and so I usually did a double knot. I have since learned the way everyone else does it does not lead to such problems. Stranger yet, my muscle memory has completely changed and I can't even remember the stupid way I used to do it. I thought everyone's mouth tingled or stung when they ate chocolate. I just assumed it was acidic and inflammatory. When I was 15, I finally lamented to someone about how annoying those side effects were and they were like, no. And that's when I found out I'm allergic to chocolate. It does not stop me, but it is still scary to know one day it could escalate. I always thought panic attacks were totally normal to experience once a week, and then I realized I have anxiety. Don't worry, I have a therapist, I'm good. Apparently swallowing your toothpaste instead of spitting it out isn't normal. For a long time I swallowed it because I thought spitting it out was disgusting. Let's just hope that the huge amounts of fluorine won't do any harm. As a teen, thought everyone's sight was slightly blurry. Turned out that I needed glasses. I could not believe how pinpoint the stars were and leaves on trees were so clearly defined from a distance once I had my first specs on. It was amazing. When I eat a meal, I eat one thing at a time, usually ending with the thing I like the most. It looks almost normal to eat a sandwich before touching the fries. But I'll never switch from one food item back to another. Buffets stress me out. I get too full to keep trying other things. Eating lemons as if they were apples or oranges. I still do it though. Turns out that not everybody sees lights all crazy at night. That's just astigmatism and you need glasses for that, Lamau. What's something you always assumed was normal until you were told otherwise? Let us know in the comments below. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to Left on Reddit for the latest content.